Hi everybody, this is Sloppy Vegan Cooking Show. Just got home from work, running around McKinley Park, went to the gym, lifted some weights, and I want to cook one of my very simple, fast meals and see if I can do it in 15 minutes. I don't know if I can. Basically, I'm going to get some frozen vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, and then I'm going to get some mushrooms, and I'm going to quick water stir fry them, steam them. I'm going to have some steamed rice going here in a minute, and then I'm just going to pour that over rice, and that's going to be it, and that's going to be a meal. So here we go. And I'm going to pour the white rice in there, and then I'm going to do the one finger or one knuckle width amount of rice. So it's hard to tell, but there's about a tip of my finger with the water in there. So we'll see what happens with the pressure cooker. That's going. I'm going to get my steamed vegetables. I'm actually going to put a little walnuts in this. And my mushrooms. So I'm going to blanch the walnuts a little bit. Put a tad of olive oil in there. And I'm just going to start shaking them around a little bit. Couple more. So I got mushrooms just like this, and I think I'm gonna, a lot of times I chop them up really fine, but I'm gonna leave them nice and big because I want juicy to get in them, or all that'll fit in the pan. And I'm gonna make them half size because I want something kind of meaty. So we'll see if the half size fits in here. And these are organic mushrooms, and if you watched my show the other night, I bought them because they're $1 cheaper than the portobellos. So get this little bag of garlic here, just because I like the smell of it, and I'm keeping an eye on the walnuts. Now I'm going to get a little bit of water. So that's on high, and I'm just going to, it's kind of like a steam water stir fry. I'm going to put all these wonderful goodies on there. Onion powder, pepper. It already smells good. That was the cilantro, it's parsley. And some garlic powder. Very simple, a little bit of water, steaming and stuff. So that's what we got going right now. Very simple. Keep the lid on there for 2 or 3 minutes, kind of forget about it. I don't want to burn these. All right, so I'm going to take those, and we blanched them. So I'm going to take a little bit of the garlic, throw it in there, just because I like the smell of it. I am going to have a little tofu in here. So I got mushrooms and tofu. So I'm just going to take this. You can let the water go in there. The garlic's cooking in there. 3. I'm going to keep that up top. And these can kind of steam. You just want to warm them up. So there's the tofu, organic tofu. And then I'm going to turn those on full blast. And I have another lid somewhere. You know, these mushrooms look good already. I don't think I'm going to get this done in 15 minutes, but 20, 25. So you can see that these are cooking right now, and they are really smelling good. And you can't really over season, so I'm going to put in more powder, onion powder, garlic powder. And that sauce down there it smells so good. Now you could do anything you want. I'm just going to leave this basic with onions and garlic, but I could take hoisin sauce, I could take soy sauce, I could take... Those good, look good. So what do I want to do with the tofu? Well, I'm going to put a little hoisin sauce on it. And then I'm also going to put, you might think a little crazy, but it's one of my favorite things to do. What happens is when you put honey on stuff, it caramelizes a little bit, but it's really water. So you think you're going to have this caramelized mess, but you don't. And then what I love to do, you could put salt, or you could put lime on it. So you have, I think I'm going to save the limes for the vegetables. I'm going to put a little salt on the tofu. So you got this, the honey salt taste. So we have this look here. And I'm just going to, so these things are on full blast and there's no oil right now. I'm just kind of steam stir frying. These I want juicy. Don't ever try that. But that's what these, right now, these are freaking, oh, so tasty. And I got to get them out of there. So here's what I do. That juice in there is so good. So I'm going to stash these to heat them up towards the end of this thing. Damn near wonder if my rice is even cooking. We'll see what happens. Oh, I mean, these mushrooms right here, you could just take mushrooms. Incredible. Incredible. So we already got two things cooked. So I have a choice. I can take the frozen vegetables and throw them in there, which is not a bad idea. My tofu is cooking. I mean, it's ready really right now. So my tofu is cooking. So I am going to just take these and I'm going to fill this up with vegetables. Frozen vegetables. So we really haven't had to use any oil except for I wanted to blanch the, and again, this is just cauliflower, broccoli, and these are frozen hard. I mean, this is harder than, but with that sauce burning up and the little water coming off the top, these vegetables are going to be good. And what's really cool, the carrots are okay, but for some reason, the cauliflower and the broccoli really stay crispy. And guess what seasonings I'm going to put on there? I'm going to put a little of this, you saw it yesterday, this shoyu sauce, shoyu, double fermented on that. I just want the taste of those. And remember, I only have, oh, I got my fourth tool out. I do that to strain a lot. So I'm going to turn this down because these are cooking like crazy. So now we have the tofu ready to rock and roll, okay? And so I'm just going to actually shut that off. That is good. So then I'm going to take this lemon and lime juice, or limes. I'm going to cover this up. Yeah, so now what I can do, so I'm going to keep those all warm together on low. So now I have mushrooms and tofu on one side. Someday I'll have it over the top camera. So these are cooking. Look how pretty those are. Okay, totally pretty. So we're just going to spice it up with squeeze and turn to the side. Squeeze and turn to the side, get all the juice out. So what I'm going to do is turn them down. I'm going to turn them way down. Now, if you wanted to do something really cool with these, put them in a pan and take honey and put them all over. So this has salt on the walnut and it's blanched. So just take this. And this is raw organic honey from Costco. Just take some chopsticks and twirl that up. Now, if I taste one of those, it's going to be sweet and salty. Great, great, great taste. So we got the onion and garlic powder. Oh, we're going to have some great juice from here. Put a little pepper. I'm not a big pepper guy, just a little pepper guy. And a little bit more of onion, parsley, and onions. And I cook this till my broccoli is still and I use my fingers a lot, so if you ever eat with me, you got to deal with my fingers. All right. So you can see we have this going. Those are basically they're really done. So I'm going to shut it off. And we'll see if that 2 minutes goes. And then we have this. And I'm telling you, this is going to be unbelievable. Those mushrooms are so juicy, okay? You can do anything with them, but they're meaty. So we got a meaty taste. We've got a chunk of tofu, good size, organic tofu. So I'm going to put those there. Normally what I do is you let the Instapot keep going because it goes on like a slow cook. Should we put the rice on top, on the bottom? I think we'll put tofu on top of the rice. And we're going to put the vegetables around. So we're building a little castle. A little more tofu, and then I'm going to put the mushrooms on top. So we have this so far, tofu in the middle with the vegetables and the rice underneath. And then I'm going to take these beautiful mushrooms and put them right on top. You can't really tell the difference between that and the tofu color-wise, but they are juicy. Now, I got to tell you, so it's a half-hour meal. This is heavenly. You have the mushrooms, you have the tofu underneath, all organic. You have the broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, and you have the steamed rice underneath. So this is a wonderful meal. All right, it took me half hour. Okay, but I'm going to have a bunch of this. I might not eat all this right now. It's late tonight, but I'll make it. It'll be lunch tomorrow and dinner. Oh, I forgot. Walnuts. Take a look at these beauties. Walnuts with honey. This is a Sloppy Vegan Cooking Show. Hope you learned something. And if not, I hope you have some fun. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.